So dance to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight will always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Cancer, what up, Cancer? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you're watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on Purpose with Purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with the C. Other people know me as Nacho Mama, which was my old YouTube handle, was Nacho Mama. Like, I ain't your mama. You know what I mean? Like, Nacho Mama. Nacho Mama. But we're going to go with my God-given name, which is Crystal Lavender. So thank you guys so much for being here. I know I've been super awfully quiet lately. That's because not only did my guides tell me to pull away and do some inner reflecting, but I was also working on this. Bam, bam, bam. I've got a whole brand new website, okay? At crystal-lavender.com. There it is. It's right there. See that? crystal-lavender.com. All right. And you can order readings. I have newsletters. I've been really, really busy working behind the scenes, and happy astrological new year. We are kicking it off with a bang, okay? And y'all thought I was just, just back there doing whatever. I'm back, and we are going to kick it off right. So, hi, Cancer. Go ahead and check that out. crystal-lavender.com. All right, sign up for my newsletter. Get a free copy of my book, okay? Give me some feedback, and if you need a website, hit me up. Unity like community, man, and like networking is, I'm all about networking. If my network is your network, so let's do this. Cancer, what do we got for the week of March 31st to April 6th for my Cancer collective? What do we got? So we're gonna go with obstacles. We're gonna do the obstacles, and then your superpowers and your finances and love. So your obstacles right now are somebody that is like, I don't know if you're being emotionally irrational or if there's somebody else that's being emotionally irrational, but there might be somebody that is like way too responsive, emotionally responsive, or just all up in their feelings, like not really thinking logically. They are very much acting out of emotion and being like kind of vengeful. They might be a little bit vengeful, acting irrationally, because yeah, that's somebody that's not very pleasant to be around. Queen of Wands in the reverse, that's not a very pleasant energy to be around. So be mindful that you don't pop off to this person. I mean, sometimes people just be having a bad day, and they're out there looking for somebody to fight with. So like I know people that used to go to the bar. The only reason they'd go to the bar is because they were already in a bad mood and they wanted to pick a fight with somebody. Anybody, they just want to pick a fight. So be mindful of anybody that's in your energy that is they're looking for a reason to fight, you know, looking for a reason to have a problem. Like, if there's not a problem, then they'll create a problem. But I think that has to do more with like, that's not a you issue. I mean, unless it's you, is that you? Like, be honest with yourself. Is that what you're doing? Are you being irrational? Whenever I'm in a bad mood, like I'm in a bad mood. I'm check myself before I wreck myself, you know? So there might be somebody around you that's just in that energy, or that's you in that energy. But either way, be mindful of being, being all blah for blah 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 blah, for no real reason. Because some people be in a bad mood for no reason, and they be looking for reasons to be in a bad mood, just to validate the fact that they're in a bad mood, or to validate whatever it is that they're already perceiving. So let them have their perception. Don't feed into whatever this energy is, and just be mindful of it. Just be mindful that if it is you, then take accountability of that and be like, damn, I need to, I probably should act a little different, or do this a little different, or I'm in a bad mood, and if you feel that way, then just don't be around other people. Like, it's okay to isolate yourself if your energy ain't good. Like, I do it. I'll definitely do it. I'd rather isolate myself and not pour any of that bad energy on anybody else than, pretend like everything's all good and be a liar, 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 pants on fire. So It's okay to isolate yourself if you're in a bad mood, or you know just don't want to be around people. You don't feel like peopling. Um, or just be mindful of somebody around you that embodies that energy, that embodies that, like, just not in a very good mood energy, looking for a fight, looking for a reason to fight. All right. What is your superpower? We got judgment as your superpower for the week. So that is being able to see to the end of things, to get to the bottom of it, to that's like the one card away from the wheel, or not from the wheel, from the world. That is um that represents like life-changing decisions, really being able to self-evaluate to see where it is that you need to go and what you need to do. And that might really be a superpower, especially if you're dealing with somebody like this, or if you're, realizing that this is what you're doing, like this, if this is the energy that you're carrying. All right, so that self-realization is absolutely, I like that word a lot, I guess. Absolutely, it's absolute, it's not absolute, but it is most definitely a superpower to have your own inner reflection. So once you realize that, that this is either a not you problem, it's a them problem, or maybe it is a you problem and you just, woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or just have just all grr for whatever reason, like, acknowledging that will set you free from that energy. Then you'll no longer feel it no more. You'll no longer be all up in your head about it, or, and sometimes it just takes the grr right out of somebody. So that that you are adaptable, like you can see the truth, you can see through the veils of illusion into the real surface of the matter, so you'll be able to navigate this energy pretty well. All right, that'll be your superpower for the week of March 31st to the April 6th. What do we have for your finance section? Ooh, I love this card. I don't know, out of all of these cards in this deck, I love this little old man and his little cup. Little man in a little cup. I love the little man in a little cup. So you might be starting something new, something that you really, really enjoy. There might be a new perspective, or just a fresh new outlook on your work life, or whatever it is that you do to be financially stable. There might be an uptick in your sales if if you are self-employed. There's just there's like a love being brought back into your work environment. I don't know if it's just somebody that you enjoy working with, or like maybe they just had a new hire and y'all click really well. But like, look at this dude. I love him. He's cute. Little cute dude with a little cute cup. Could be a Pisces. I'm not throwing out signs there, but the little fishes. So yeah, Cancer, you're starting something new that you really enjoy, or there's just like a fresh new perspective in your work environment that is really pleasant. Like, you're finding your work environment pleasant, or you're finding whatever it is that you do for work. Um, you're viewing it in a new, refreshed, kind of reborn matter, and it's like putting a lot more pep in your step. Like, you're actually enjoying going to work, enjoying what it is that you're doing. Like, you're having fun with it, and that's super important. Having fun with it, right? So what do we have for your love section? Psh, like, that don't need too much explaining. No explaining, Lucy. So yeah, you can see he doesn't turn his back on that. So there might be something in your love sector that you have given up on, that you're walking away from, that you've turned your back, you've closed yourself off from. It almost gives you like this sense of body language. You know how when people are closed off to hearing what you got to say, they sit there with their arms crossed, and it's like, almost like you've had enough. You've had enough of whatever the situation is. Like, you've had enough of it. So you're done walking away. Final decision. Is that your final answer? Final answer. You're like, I'm throwing my hands up. Like, throwing their hands up, throwing your hands up. Either you or someone else throwing your hands up, and not participating in whatever you've been participating in. Rather it be like you trying to over explain yourself, or trying to, you know um, get somebody to see something from your side, or just any sort of one-way streets, or whatever it is that you got going on, that you don't feel is of equal give and take. You don't feel that there is mutual love or affection, mutual gratitude or appreciation. You're just walking away, and you're not walking away with anger. Just, that is what it is. So sometimes it just be like that. you know it's not that you don't care, it's just that you're just done. sometimes being done is the best thing you can do, because if you if you still have some sort of attachment to an outcome, then it prolongs the inevitable anyways. So being done is not a bad thing, especially if you've made up your mind. If you make up your mind, make up your mind, and stick to it. Hold your boundaries. All right, no turning back. All right, Cancer, those were the messages that I think that you needed to hear for the week of March 31st to the April 6th. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Please go check out my website, okay? Crystal, right here. Crystal lavender.com. All right, sign up for the newsletter. You'll get a newsletter every week. I've been learning how to do that. I've been learning how to write newsletters. I've been learning how to make coupons. We got all kinds of cool stuff going on there. And if you need a website, hit me up. My dude's a wizard. All right, my dude is a wizard. He is a website wizard. And yep, my network is your network. Ain't no unity without community. Ain't gotta be a Rockefeller to help the fella, right? All right. Love you. Vroom. Beep beep.